What's going on, everybody? My name is Brian, and welcome back to another reaction. Today, we are watching 24. This is season 1, episode 4. It's called 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Guys, this is slowly becoming one of my favorite shows to watch. I mean, this is only episode 4, and I'm so pumped to watch this show. We've seen so many things happen so far. We've seen that Jack, who is one of our main characters, was informed that someone in his group may possibly be dirty. He was given this card that pretty much told him that whoever's name is on this card is possibly the person that is dirty and trying to kill a potential president candidate. Now, when he looks inside this card and finds out the person's name who is on it, now the person's name who is on it is Nina. Nina is his right-handed person who pretty much helps him with whatever it is he needs. He confronts her. They come to find out that Nina was actually with Jack around the time that this person used pretty much Nina's computer to get this information out to whoever it is that's trying to kill this potential candidate. We also follow Kim. Kim is Jack's daughter. Now, we remember Jack. We remember actually Kim is on the run. Her and her friend Janet was hanging out with these two guys. Just, started out normal, just hanging out. And it kind of took the turn for the worse. It seemed like they are trying to kidnap them and potentially sell them, I guess. Like human trafficking, I believe, is the way. That's pretty much what it looks like is going on at this moment. I really invested in the show. I'm really pumped. If you guys are pumped, hopefully you guys stick around, watch this video with me. And if you guys are into what I'm pretty much doing, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, head to Patreon for the early episodes. In the meantime, let's get this show on the road. Remember, now the last episode, she got hit hard. Oh, her leg, look at it. Oh my gosh. Damn, they just took him. They didn't even care about Janet no more.
We have to go back.
There's no point, she's dead.
You don't know that.
Hey, take it easy. You know what, dude? You better start deciding whose side you're on.
Seriously, stop acting like a punk, dude. Like,
Nina.
you always say take it easy with her, but you keep, like, helping this guy do whatever the fuck you're trying to do.
Nina, I know you're upset.
Remember, she's upset because Jack accused her of pretty much being a dirty. Pretty much being dirty, working with them.
He was meeting
Richard was the guy who gave him the info, pretty much saying whoever's name is on here is dirty, which it turned out to be hers. But we know now that she was with him during the time that this person used her computer.
on Palmer. And from this point forward, we have to assume that we can trust nobody else.
It seems like we can't trust nobody.
I understand.
I wouldn't know who the fuck to trust in this show.
Are you all right?
And this is only episode 3.
Carl, I need you to find out the source of this story, not first thing in the morning. Now.
I understand, but this can't be done over the phone. I have to talk to some people in person.
It's 5 after 3. I want to hear something by 4.
David, you've got to let me.
I wonder if he knows that they're trying to kill him
What's
yet.
more drug?
Has he been anywhere near it since he came to Los Angeles?
No.
How about previous visits? Connection to family members, associates, anything?
Yeah, I can check. It'll take time.
No, let's see what we can peel off. Start in here.
Yo, he's sus, man. He always looks at Jack funny. Apologize, guys, that I'm so quiet here. This is really crazy right now.
Nobody leaves.
Lockdown, are you serious?
No, I'm kidding.
Well, look, I gotta get some work from my car.
You know the drill.
Well, fine, you take the keys.
He's about to so knock you out. Yep.
Call them in, Tony. You?
I figured, man. Tony, you be acting weird.
Somebody had 2 Jacks out of control.
Meaning what?
2 agents are down. Jack was there when it happened.
You can't believe that he had anything to do with that.
I'm not sure you appreciate the seriousness of this threat.
I get serious threats every morning with my orange juice.
With all due respect, this one's different. It's a pro from overseas.
And I'm trying to win an election.
Damn, that must be a sticky situation. Like, what do you want to do?
You gonna tell your girlfriend to shut her mouth or not?
She's probably dead, all right? There's no point.
And what if she's not? She might need help. Why do you always do what he tells you?
She's gonna tie you up.
Man, you are a punk, dude. You listen to everything this guy tells you, yo. Look, now you guys are gonna run into the parents. Dumbasses. I mean, he does got a good point though, because she's clearly seen how they look.
Do you have any idea how fast you're driving?
Yes, officer, our daughters are missing. We got a phone call. We are on our way to pick them up.
Disobeyed a direct order from a police officer. I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to place him under arrest.
You've got to be kidding.
Come on, Alan. You should have just stood in the car. I know he was being an asshole, but you gotta just. Oh, there they go.
When this lockdown is over, I'm gonna have a little talk with the Double I team about some highly irregular banking transactions which are traced to your account.
Trust me. The trouble Jack's in right now, my bank accounts won't even raise an eyebrow. He's going down, Nina.
Why is Jack in
That doesn't mean
trouble?
you have to go down with him.
I'm so confused why he's in trouble. He was there
True love.
trying to help
thing, but
Richard, who unfortunately got killed.
Don't move.
Go get him, Jack. Whoever this dude is.
66 San Fernando Road. Request backup.
Oh shit. Girl, you better grab that shotgun. Oh!
Hold it right there.
Federal agent!
You bad.
I was about to say, oh no, she's gonna call you at the wrong time. Please don't have your phone on you. Oh, he does. Oh my gosh. Fuck.
I remember when you first joined. You were going places. Everybody knew it. Hasn't quite happened for you yet, has it?
I'd be pissed if I'm Nina. I'm like, yo, I don't know where Jack is. Like, can you guys give me some space?
So much better.
Guys been on my ass
had a
pretty
great
much since y'all
reputation.
came in here.
You know what your reputation is now? Jack's flunky.
Get out! Get out!
Oh shit. Like doing whatever the hell he was about to do. In a warehouse at that. No. Oh, he is probably gonna try to run her.
Shut up.
Look, watch you, Tony. Cause you always watching her. Jeez, you don't let the girl breathe.
What do you want me to say?
Jack's made it clear that the three of us work in confidence.
But doesn't Mason supersede Jack?
Oh, he's above him. Someone is. Remember, we saw the warehouse guy. Laundry. Not laundry, but he looked like some maintenance guy. He had like a mop. Oh, no, that was him. That was him. I think George is the guy who's at their office, the CTU office, the unit.
You got it.
Thanks, Carl.
Now, I'm guessing he must have information on Palmer.
Just tell me.
She claims that Keith murdered the boy who raped Nicole.
What?
Keith is his son. Well, it took you long enough, cop.
That still doesn't justify you disobeying a police officer.
Idiot.
Yo, he just left the cop, right? And he's hauling ass out of there. Which was the reason why he stopped you in the first place, was for going so fast.
I need him now to claim Jerry. Dios mío, por favor, por favor.
Yo, he has to be, dude, he has to be part of this. I so knew it. If he's not part of it, then really bad timing on his part. How the freak you get mixed into a gunfight? Take that gun. Take the gun, though.
Good work from your cuffs.
What? No, don't tell me. Oh my gosh, she got killed.
Hey, it's Gaines.
All right, now we can see what these guys really wanted to do with them.
Where's the other one? She was a problem, so we killed her.
The body?
No one will find it. She been in any trouble?
Not at all.
Say you don't know where Jack went, for example. The next thing you know,
I'm pretty sure that the girls really don't know where Jack went. He didn't specifically say, I'm going to go to this location.
off the record, just out of curiosity, what's so special about Jack Bauer?
I really want to know what it is and why they want to speak to Jack. Was it because he was with Richard the night he was pretty much killed? Well, this is technically the same night, but I don't know.
First you spring me, then I talk. That's not gonna happen.
That's too bad. Bauer.
How you know his name?
You know my name.
Time's up. I know more than that. If you ever want to see your daughter again, get me out of this!
Oh! So someone's trying to kill Palmer and hurt Jack. But that guy had no right anyways. He just killed the cop. There's no way he could get him out of that situation. You're guilty as fuck. You just killed the cop. And that's our episode for episode 4. It's called 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Guys, great episode. Another stellar 9 in my opinion. Again, we saw a lot of things happening. We started off the show pretty much seeing what pretty much took place from the last episode. Remember, guys, Janet, she got hit by a car really bad. We're not sure whether she's dead. We're not sure if she's just really injured bad, but she's laying on this floor pretty lifeless. Eventually, an ambulance comes to pick her up, and that's as far as we know about her situation. We're not sure whether she's alive or dead at the very moment. Jack talks to Nina, kind of pretty much trying to apologize to her. Again, in the last episode, he kind of accused her of pretty much being a dirty CTU agent. Because again, Richard, who was pretty much Jack's boss, you could pretty much say, before he dies, he gives this card saying whoever's name is on this card is pretty much giving information to these people who wants to kill the senator. And remember, Nina's name popped up on it, and Jack accused her pretty much the last episode of pretty much being dirty. So when we kind of figured out that she wasn't the dirty cop, because the person who used her computer used it, I guess, at a time where the two, Jack and Nina, was like kind of together. They were out of like town, so she wasn't there using her computer. So we figured out that she wasn't the dirty one, but we kind of still have to see who is dirty. It's someone within this office, but we're not quite sure who it is yet. Now, again, he's just apologizing to her. He's just very upset. Well, she's very upset with him for just accusing pretty much him, or accusing her. Sorry. So Jack is getting this information from, now remember, he got this information on the card that also stated an address pretty much of some, it's just pretty much an address, like a location that they weren't too sure what it was about. So Jack pretty much sees it, and he looks at it, and he goes to this location. But before he leaves here, he doesn't necessarily say that he's going there. He just says, I'll be back. So throughout this whole episode, when you see these guys here who are pretty much, they're called, I guess, Mason. I think that might be a like higher kind of group that these guys work for, I guess. I'm assuming that's what it is. I heard them say Mason a lot. But these guys come in, and pretty much throughout the whole episode, they're just talking to all the Jack's workers pretty much, because these guys work pretty much all for Jack, and they're questioning his methods and questioning where his location is. They just have a few questions. Now they're also very curious and doing some investigation with these guys, because 2 agents were found dead pretty much a little bit earlier within the night. Now this is still technically the same day night kind of scenario, because it's 3 a.m. So remember, each episode is like hours. So this hour is between 3 to 4 a.m. So possibly like the 12, maybe 1, within that range hour, that's when Richard was killed. So they come in here, start questioning a bunch, and Jack sneaks out. He sneaks out through the back to go to this place that we didn't know at first where he was. Well, we kind of put 2 to 2 together on where he was going, but the 2 women in the workplace didn't know where he was going. I'm pretty sure he didn't really tell them that he was leaving or where to. We found something very interesting out here, guys. Mr. Palmer, again, has been getting this call from some lady who pretty much is someone who I'm not sure what kind of title you would give her, but this lady is someone who pretty much says, hey, I got information about that your son killed somebody, and there's pretty much people digging up old things from the past of Mr. Palmer here to, I guess I'm not sure if they're trying to sabotage his election or not, but this lady just is digging up some old dirt on him. I think it's either her or the guy named George that this guy here mentions, but someone's digging up some dirt on him about him, the family, and we come to find out that the son actually potentially killed somebody, and he kind of confesses to this killing in therapy, which is now starting to somewhat come back to bite them in the ass. So Palmer's just worried about how his election may be, and also trying to protect his kid from this, really effed up situation. So Kim, we get to this scene, and Kim she's still pretty much, trying to fight back. She's like, guys, let's just let me go, let me get out of here. Plus, she's also worried about her friend Janet. Remember, Janet got hit by the car in the last episode, and we saw a little bit of that in the beginning of this episode, where she was just laying kind of lifeless on the floor, and Kim is just upset. She's like, guys, we can't just leave her there. We got to make sure she's okay. Let's just go back and just make sure she's fine, or just just to see what's going on. And the guy kind of with the long hair, I think his name was Dan, he kind of comes up with this idea in his mind, which is kind of true, I guess, if you want to really think about it. But he says, you know what if she's not dead? Speaking about Janet, he's like, what if she's not dead? If she's not dead, that means she could possibly identify who we are, the vehicle we are in, and things of this nature. Now, we know we can't give her to the guy we want to give her to. So, because, she's all banged up. Even if she's alive, I'm pretty sure can't do what it is that they're trying to do, like what they're going to do with Kim. So he's like, we should just go back and kill her. And he has a gun, and that's what he does. He turns around, and he makes his way to pretty much go ahead and kill Janet. And then we get to Alan and Terry. Now, Alan is speeding because, remember, he got a call. They got a phone call last episode saying that they were pretty much kidnapped. They were kidnapped, and they were running away from the guys that they were supposedly partying with. Again, they were just forced to say that. There was a gun to Kim's head, so she kind of had to say that. He was speeding, so he was speeding. The cop pulls him over, lets him know, hey, you were speeding. Kind of not stalling, doing, I guess, what cops do, So it took some time pretty much. So at the moment, his daughter is just laying on the street, which he was almost there to pretty much get her, and now he's kind of backed up because of this situation. George here is just talking to Nina, talking about where's Jack, what happened with Jack. And he starts to bring up some weird things. He starts bringing up things like that happened between them with their personal life, which I'm not sure why he would do that. Maybe he's trying to just get in her head, make her break down, and kind of make her possibly turn on Jack. I'm not sure what his angle was. I don't think that was really appropriate to really talk about the whole affair. Whether Jack told George or not, this has nothing to do with why you are here, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So I don't get why he brought that up. So then we get to Jack now, and we finally see where he was going to. Now, remember, he looked into the laptop with the 2 girls earlier on in this episode, and this address, this location popped up on there. So we got to see where he was going, and this is the location that he was going to. So he goes into this place. He's not really sure what to expect. He has his weapon out just in case, because you never know. And he sees this guy. He sees this mysterious guy who was just walking. He says, hey. He didn't shoot first. He tried to I'm pretty sure he was just assuming to just talk to the guy, but the guy starts to run. And right then and there, that was already suspect. So you guys kind of could figure out what happened from there. Jack pretty much chases the guy. He runs into this cop lady who hears a gun within the distance. So she goes into the area. She sees Jack and the guy running, but she sees Jack chasing the guy. But she holds up Jack because she doesn't know who Jack is. She thinks probably Jack is the bad guy until he gives her his ID, pretty much saying what he is, and then he explains. Then we get back to the kids here. Now we get back to the two guys. Now remember, they're on their way to kill Janet. Now Kim, she was talking in the beginning saying like, oh, we have to make sure she's okay. But now I think Dan was so upset. He's like, tape her up and make sure she doesn't say anything. So at this moment, they're here, but she can't really say nothing. She has tape over her mouth. And Guy over here is kind of like, why don't we just, pick her up and just bring her in the car? Like, let's not kill her. And the other guy is just like, no, we just need to kill her. Dan here, he's kind of nuts. He's kind of crazy. Now, remember, guys, we also have Tony, Tony was the reason that we end up finding out. Tony was one of the main reasons why the Mason Group guys, I'm pretty sure that's their group name, ends up coming into the CTU unit office areas. And then Palmer gets with his wife. Again, throughout the whole episodes, guys, that we've been watching so far, she's been curious on what's been going on with Palmer. He hasn't been acting himself lately. He's been pretty much just going into the rooms, having like these late calls and just not really talking to his wife. So she asks him again, is everything okay? And then he finally gives in and talks to her. And he says, look, this lady is digging up some stuff in the past, and she's gonna possibly try to take us down in the election, and more importantly than that, they could possibly take Keith down and use that possibly against him, because he, again, supposedly, allegedly, he confessed to killing a 19-year-old boy who I guess raped someone. And then we get to the guy, we get to Terry, we get to Alan. The cop finally lets him go. We get back to Jack and the officer. They get into a standoff battle, which we end up seeing the officer get shot, unfortunately, and she does not make it. She ends up dying. Then we get back to Jack here, and this is a crazy moment. Now, remember, the guy he was chasing pretty much says, hey, look, I'll tell you what you need to know, whatever it is that you want to know. But pretty much, you got to get me out of jail. Now, remember, this guy just killed a cop. Now, all these cops are very angry with this guy, and they want to bring him in for, he killed a cop, and that was one of their own. So they're all, emotionally hurt. So they're like ready to bring him in. But Jack said, I need to question him for a second. I need to see pretty much what's going on here. So he talks to the guy. He tries to let him know, listen, you help me, I'll help you out, okay? But this guy says something. He says something very interesting to Jack. He says his last name, and then Jack kind of was like, wait, how the hell do you know my name? And then the guy over here pretty much says, listen, man, he pretty much says that his daughter was kidnapped without necessarily saying that. He's like, if you ever want to see your daughter again, this, and that. And Jack kind of loses it, which is crazy because now it makes me feel like we have the killers who want to kill Palmer, and then we have... Also, I'm guessing they want to mess with Jack in some kind of way. Maybe this person, again, we know that someone is dirty within Jack's unit. So maybe whoever this dirty person is trying to kill Palmer and screw Jack up at the same time. Not sure. My best guess is Tony right out the gate. At first, I thought maybe Nina could have been the killer. She could have been the dirty one, but I wasn't too sure. But then Tony starts acting weird, guys. He's just not a big fan of Jack. Maybe he's jealous because of what him and Nina has. Maybe that Nina and Tony don't have.Maybe he just wishes he could have that, but he doesn't. And again, a great episode. I really like this episode. This is a strong 9. And again, guys, if I like a show, I'm always gonna most likely give it a high score. So maybe your guys' score is different than mine, but I'm really liking this show. I'm really digging the show. It's just every time it ends, it gets like to a point where it's like, oh, I just want to keep watching it. It's really, really good. I'm really liking this show. Can't wait for the next episode. And I hope you guys can't wait also. And I hope to see you guys then. And in the meantime, have a good day.